Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Garage Fitness, Ted Sandine Photography, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Fiscus Jewelers, Bushman Mortgage, Lane Family Wealth Management, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, Springer Floor Care, Sonny's Pizza Bistro, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law Offices, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Extreme Home Services, Woodsy & Sons Lawn and Irrigation, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, the Iowa Rush Soccer Club, Ankeny Real Estate Group, U.S. Cellular, Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Good evening and welcome to Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. We're coming to you live from North Ankeny at the Centennial Soccer Pitch. This is Austin Oliver, and tonight we are bringing you a CIML conference game between the 3-10 East High Scarlets and the 11-2 Centennial Jaguars. The Scarlets are coached by Reed Bentley, and the Jaguars are coached by Chris Allen. The Jaguars are coming off the biggest win of the year against previously an unbeaten and second-ranked Ankeny Hawks. Starting lineups in tonight's games are brought to you by Sonny's Pizza Bistro at 6594 Northwest 6th Drive in Saylorville, the home of the best Italian outside of Italy. If you haven't had Sonny's, give it a try. Your family deserves the best. Sonny's Bistro. Join us for weekend music on the heated patio. Well, tonight we got East High Scarlets here. I'm going to go over the lineups for them here real quick. At goalkeeper, we'll have Katie Flores Argueta. Number 4, Sarah Arias. Number 5, Rocio Hernandez Rocha. Number 6, Teresa Riveros Ortiz. Number 8, America Muninga. Number 9, Rocio Riveros Ortiz. Number 11, Catherine Guerra Caballero. Number 12, Rose Butawang Wanayo. Number 14, Jasmine Valadez Chavez. Number 18, Leslie Marquez Mayorga. And number 20, McKenna Dolphin. And for the Centennial Jaguars, we'll have Tegan Hall at goalie tonight. We'll have number 4, Avery Lewis playing defense. Number 5, Olivia Kroska playing midfield. Number 6, Alana Pennington playing midfield. Number 8, Ava Martin playing forward. Number 9, Ella Hudacek playing defense. Number 10, Gabby Lawrence playing midfielder. Number 11, Avery Porter playing midfield. Number 14, Madison Balashitis playing defense. Number 20, Sari White playing defense. And number 21, Katie Compton playing forward. We'll be back with the start of the game here after a few messages from our sponsors.
Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Garage Fitness, Ted Sandine Photography, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Fiscus Jewelers, Bushman Mortgage, Lane Family Wealth Management, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, Springer Floor Care, Sonny's Pizza Bistro, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law Offices, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Extreme Home Services, Woodsy & Sons Lawn and Irrigation, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, the Iowa Rush Soccer Club, Ankeny Real Estate Group, U.S. Cellular, Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Garage Fitness, Ted Sandine Photography, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Fiscus Jewelers, Bushman Mortgage, Lane Family Wealth Management, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Springer Floor Care. Sonny's Pizza Bistro. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law Offices. Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Extreme Home Services. Woodsy and Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill. The Iowa Rush Soccer Club. Ankeny Real Estate Group. U.S. Cellular. Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson. And Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Icturash Fitness, Ted Sandine Photography, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Fiscus Jewelers, Bushman Mortgage, Lane Family Wealth Management, Cinerama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, Springer Floor Care, Sonny's Pizza Bistro, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law Offices, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Extreme Home Services, Woodsy and Sons Lawn and Irrigation, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, the Iowa Rush Soccer Club, Ankeny Real Estate Group, U.S. Cellular, Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Icturash Fitness, Ted Sandine Photography, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Fiscus Jewelers, Bushman Mortgage, Lane Family Wealth Management, Cinerama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, Springer Floor Care, Sonny's Pizza Bistro, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law Offices, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Extreme Home Services, Woodsy and Sons Lawn and Irrigation, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, the Iowa Rush Soccer Club, Ankeny Real Estate Group, U.S. Cellular, Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC.
And we're back. Just finished up with the national anthem. Both teams gone through the starting lineup, so we'll be ready to start the game here shortly. Thanks for being patient as we got this game going tonight. Like I said in the introduction, Centennial's coming off of a huge win, probably the biggest win of the season in the derby with Ankeny Southside, Ankeny Hawks, which was last Tuesday, which is a 1-to-win victory for the Centennial Jaguars. So it was a great win for them. And coming into the game tonight against the East High Scarlets, they'll have a lot of momentum going in the right direction for their season here. It's a potential playoff matchup. We just found out that both the Centennial and the Southside Ankeny Hawks will be hosting the first round and maybe the second round of soccer playoffs for the state tournament this year. So that's good to see. And it's a potential matchup for the Jaguars. regulars to the programs and to the games this year will notice a few changes in the starting lineup. It looks like Courtney Kovacs is going to be starting on the bench this evening. Ellie Street is going to be starting there as well. And then Tegan Halls has replaced Kate Bergen in the goal. So we'll have some different people out here tonight, but it's an opportunity for some of these younger players to be able to get in there and get some great game experience as well. Both teams have taken the field here. The Jaguars will be on your right with the black uniforms, and the East High Scarlets will be in white on the left side of the screen as we get going here. 40 minutes are on the clock, and we're ready to go. Referee has whistled. The ball's in play. East High Scarlets come in tonight with a 3-10 record compared to the Jaguars with an 11-2 record. Sole losses for the Jaguar on the year to Council Bluffs, Abraham Lincoln, and the number 1 ranked Valley Tigers, which is a 1-0 loss a couple weeks ago. I'm sure they'd like to get a rematch with them here in the state tournament as well. East doing some good connections of passes and getting the ball up the field. A lot of Pennington with a steal, taking it up the field, looking for an opening. Sends it long. Avery Porter's tracking it down. The goalie's coming out to cover it, and the goalie does get there in time. That was a nice play by Pennington at the open space, and Porter almost made it all the way over there. Yeah, goalie made a long run to get out there and get a catch on that ball for sure. Got Ella Hudacek with a throw in on the far side. East High Scarlet defense sends the ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars. Avery Lewis, number 4, will be throwing it in for the Jaguars. She sends it into the box. Well defended. Olivia Kroska gets a touch on that, gets some control. Ava Martin sends it back to the outside. Porter making a play in here. Soft little cross, gets gobbled up by the goalkeeper. She'll put a ball back into play. My defender took that ball right off the face there. Tried to take it off the forehead, but got a little bit too far down. She's got a smile on her face. That's good to see. Legal throw in for the Scarlets. So put the possession back over to the Jaguars. Sorry, White tries to flip the field, but it's stolen by the East High Scarlets. Porter with a nice little touch. Gets right around her defenders. Going one-on-one with the back defender. The back defender takes the ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars. Avery Lewis sends the ball in quickly. Ava Martin with a few touches. Sends about to Gabby Lawrence on the top of the key. Gets the ball over to Compton. Does a nice little pull by. Trying to get back that last defender and get a touch over the goalie. Dribbles right to the right side of the goal. It'll be a goal kick for the East High Scarlets. Katie Flores Argueta is the goalie for the Scarlets. Puts that ball back into play. A lot of Pennington with a header over to Porter. Porter settles it with a header. Tries to get control. Gets behind the goalie. Gets it back into the middle. Goalie gets back into position and just gets a save on it right at the last second. She takes it quickly out. Gets out into her midfield. Looks like Centennial came out of the big game this week with a couple injuries. I see Madison Balashitis is out there with some kind of a cast on her left wrist. I saw before the game started that Isabel Sash was wearing a boot here, so definitely some precautionary measures taken, maybe even with the starting lineup tonight to get people back up to snuff, get people back healthy. Strong throw-in by number 20 for McKenna Dolphin, throwing that ball in long ways down the field, but it's Jaguars take back possession again, send it into the midfield. Kraska sends it down to Katie Compton, who's one-on-one with the goalie. Takes a right-footed shot here. Goalie comes up, and nice stop by the goalie. In the right place at the right time. Livia Kraska gets possession back and putting it back into play here, trying to get around a couple defenders. She's defended well. Sends it back over to Skart. She gets the ball back. It sends it back out to get the offense reset again. Ball sent in. Goalie's in the right position, little bobble, but she gets control of it. Puts the ball right back into play. Ooh, nice ball in Avery Porter. Just gets by her. She's going to track that down at the sidelines here. It does go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Scarlets deep in their territory. Well defended by Porter, sends it back out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Scarlets. Off the Scarlet throw-in, the Jaguars pick the possession up and are cycling around the back defense. Nice play over on the far side of the field there. Several passes back and forth between the Jaguar offensive players trying to get an opening. Katie Compton's playing one-on-one and is well defended by the Scarlet defender. She sends the ball to the midfield, looking for an opportunity to get into the offensive zone for the Scarlets. Nice play into open space, but it's pretty much snuffed out by Balashitis. A nice give and go by the Scarlets. The Jaguars take that out of bounds, give there an opportunity for the defense to reset. Porter with a nice defensive play there. Gets it up to Ava Martin in the middle. Looking to go one-on-one. Back to Martin. Back to Porter, and Martin's back out here with a touch. Goalie comes way out to defend that pass into the interior. Way out of position, but she did a good job of getting to there before Ava Martin was able to get to there and get a touch on it. Looks like Ava Martin may be coming up a little gingerly favoring that ankle when she met up with the goalie to try to get that ball. Pennington with a touch. She sends in a nice pass into Katie Compton, who's trying to track it down to try to get across back into play. She does get that track down. Going one-on-one with her defender. Second touch went a little bit too long, was picked up by the Scarlets. We're now sending the ball into the open space. Hall does a great job of stepping up from the goalie box and sending that ball out of danger. Centennial's back right down into the offensive zone again. Got a substitution. Substitutions in today's games are brought to you by Dr. Stacy Munger and the crew at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Got Ava Martin coming out of the game. Number 2, McKenna Hilton's coming in for her at that mid-forward position. Scarlett sent the ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars. Went out the backside of the pitch here, and it'll be a goal kick for the Scarlets. About 10 minutes into the contest tonight, most of the possession's been by the Jaguars, which is to be expected. But East High's definitely had a few little connections. They played fairly well in getting the ball up the field. Number 5, Roquio Hernandez Roca, and number 8, America Moninga have had some great connections. It's a little two-person game that they've been playing over here on the near side and got the ball up the field several times. Centennial taking the ball back to the goalie, Tegan Hall. Pennington with some nice footwork. Strung several moves together there, trying to get open. She sends a ball into the open for Katie Compton. Goalie's coming out again. Katie's going to be able to go around her. She's going to get... almost gets that cross off, but it'll be a corner kick for the Jaguars, the first of the night. Corner kicks tonight are brought to you by Iowa Rush. The corner kick is a good time to remind you about summer camps, tryouts, and fall programs with Iowa Rush. Check out their website at iowarush.com.
On the corner kick for the Jaguars, number 4, Avery Lewis.
Be Avery Lewis taking the corner kick tonight. She sends the ball in. Great send in. Had a touch there, but looks like it's going to dribble out the back end line. It'll be another corner kick for the Jaguars coming from the other side. Looks like Avery Lewis is going to be going over to take that kick as well. Perfectly placed ball on that first one. Could have easily gotten somebody got a forehead on that one, or the ball could have dropped down to somebody's feet in order to get a kick. The ball's taken short here to Porter. Porter's rearing back, sends it on to goal, just a little bit to the left side. Great strike, and would have beat that goalie if would could have got it on target there. But a great shot, great opportunity for the Jaguars to get on the scoreboard. Jags with another throw-in. Pennington saves it from going out. Sends a nice cross out to the front of the box. Got McKenna Hilton teeing it up. Sends it high over the top of the goal. Sitting here with with my producer of the show here, Andy, and we commented before the game started the game here. It's one of the nicest nights we've had so far this spring. We're kind of surprised that it's not blowing and raining and wind going everywhere. It's actually a nice night, sun shining, and able to actually function without having to have coats on here tonight. So it's a welcome change. Hopefully we can get the rest of the games like this for the rest of the season. Nice little pass in. It's going to get to the goalie here before McKenna Hilton will get a chance to touch it. She sends it back into play. I think the Jaguars are definitely probing and really prodding all these little spaces in the defense. It could potentially be a spot to get a goal here. Porter's in with a left foot here. She's called offsides here. Be brought back up to about the 25-yard line here on the football field. It'll be a Scarlet free kick. But as I was finishing that thought, I mean, they definitely have ball control. They're able to win most of the one-on-ones. Even some of the two-on-ones, they're able to get those, win those possessions. And other than a couple occasions coming down the right side, the near side here, between number 8 and number 15, I believe. A couple connections there. It's been all in Centennial Jaguars. The goal will come here. It's just a matter of being patient and keep probing here. We got Katie Compton making a run on the far side. East side defender. A little strong on the tackle there, and Compton goes down. And it'll be a corner kick for the Jaguars. It'll be the third one of the game. This corner kick is a good time to remind you about summer camps, tryouts, and fall programs with Iowa Rush. Check out their website at iowarush.com. Avery Lewis will once again be putting this one back into play. She had a great first kick from this far side corner. We'll look to see if she could put another one in there. I think we may be able to get a goal out of this. She puts it into play. Great spot. Defended out by the Scarlets. Little counterattack getting into the middle here for the Scarlets. Handball on the far side. It'll be a free kick for the Jags. A lot of Pennington with some nice moves up the middle. Sends a ball in hard for Porter. The goalie's making a play all the way out. It's going to be out of the box. She's going to send it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars. Flores Argueta has definitely been playing aggressively from the goal. She's been coming out and making plays on stuff in the box, stuff out of the box, just trying to keep it as far away as she can from that goal. Oh, we did call it. There was an offsides call here, so we're moving it back up. It'll be a free kick about halfway up the midline for the Jaguar offensive side. Defense getting Tegan Hall a couple touches there to keep her involved in the game. Forwards for the Scarlets are making it difficult for the Jaguars to take it upfield. Now Pennington's got some open space here. She sends a nice ball into Avery Porter, who's coming down the left side here. She gets it over to her right foot, takes a shot. The goalie did a nice job on his save. Puts another ball into play there, and it's off the right side of the goal. Great shot by Porter. Better save by the Scarlet goalkeeper. Crosscut had another shot off the rebound there, but just sent it a little bit off to the right side. Be a Jaguar throw-in on the far end. ball sent in. Goalie plays it easily. Gabby Lawrence takes that ball down with her head and moves it up the field. Sends it down in the corner. It'll trickle out of bounds. It'll be a Scarlet throw-in. Deep in Jaguar territory. 20 minutes left to go here in the first half. Nice step up by Olivia Kroska back there. Got the ball back for Centennial Jaguar possession. I think that was actually Ella Hudacek that walled that one up. Pennington in the middle. Looking to send a pass in. .50-50 ball goes to the Scarlets. Back into possession for the Jaguars. Nice little touch pass to herself for Porter. Trying to beat the last defender. Takes it into the middle. Sends it to McKenna Hilton. McKenna Hilton sends it to the outside. It's stolen, but trickles back over to the Jaguar offensive player. In the middle for Gabby Lawrence. I don't know what was called there. I'm not sure what was called there, but it looks like it's going to be a free kick for the Scarlets. Maybe a handball there. Initially, I thought maybe it might be an offsides, but I don't think there was an offsides there at all. East puts it into play. Once again, cycle back to Tegan Hall to get a couple touches, put the ball back into play. Avery Lewis with a touch back to Sari White. Compton sends it into Porter. She's got another opening here. Gonna switch over to her right foot, send a shot right at the goalie. Lawrence gets some cheers from the crowd. She takes that hitter much more in the correct position there and saves her face from taking a shot here. Lawrence sends it outside to Katie Compton. Offsides. Kenna Hilton got a little bit too eager on chasing down that pass. It'll be a free kick for the Scarlets. Don't forget to stick around after the game to find out who our Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci Law Player of the Game is, your local attorneys, and a team to fit your legal needs. Reach out to us at LGL Law 515-964-8777 or online at ankenylaw.com. Balashidis sends it over to the near side to Avery Lewis.
Now in the game for the Scarlets, number 19, Barbara Caceres.
Substitution for the Scarlets, Barbara Carcieres into the game. Jaguars looking to move it down the field, trying to stay onside. Compton steps back. Olivia Kroska making a run down here is going to get a chance to get an opportunity to get across here. Dribbles to a goal kick for the Scarlets. Oh, stolen right in the middle. Right in front of Hilton. Get a touch, and she misses just to the left side of the goal. Goalie and her had a kind of a collision there right as the shot was released. Looks like the goalie's all right. Jumps back up to her feet, and she's ready to go. Had an excellent opportunity there. That goalie kicked that ball out, went right to Hilton's feet right there in front of the goal. She took about 3 steps and let loose that shot and just took it off the side to the left. Compton with a header. She controlled. Get a little deeper and deeper. Goalie comes out, makes a play on that. Compton's been well defended on that far side. She's typically somebody who can beat a lot of girls one-on-one. That defender out there for the Scarlets has done a great job of defending her well out there. There we go. We got an opening here. Kroska with a shot. Goalie's right there, and the goalie gives up a rebound, and Pennington was right there ready to put it home, and she reached out her arm and just one-handed it back into the into her possession. Goalie's done a great job. She's been all over the field tonight. I'd definitely say the player of the game so far for East for sure is Flores Argueta. She's been all over the field, like I said earlier, inside the box, outside of the box. She's been snatching rebounds. She's done a great job back there denying some goals. We're sitting on like 4 to 5 shots on goal for the Jaguars already, and they've all been defended by her. A couple misses as well, but mostly ball hit the referee, the umpire in the middle there, so it'll be a free kick from that spot for the Jaguars. Be a dropped ball. Avery Lewis sends it into Pennington. Pennington looking for an opportunity. She's going to go ahead and shoot from distance. And she puts it in the goal. 25-yard out score for Alana Pennington with the goal. Upper right-hand corner of the goal. Great shot with 13 minutes left to go in the first half. Pennington scores for the Jaguars, 1-0.
That goal goes to number 6, Alana Pennington.
Like I said earlier, this is just a matter of being patient and really working your offense and just looking for an opportunity to put in a goal. Pennington got that ball, settled it down, take a look at the goal, and just decided to take a crack at it and put it into the upper right-hand corner. It was a great goal, struck it from pretty far out. So it's a 25 to 30-yard shot there that went in fairly easily. Number 11's in for the Scarlets, Catherine Guerra Caballero. Jaguars have flip-flopped their forwards. Compton's over here on the right, on the near side. She takes that ball. It's beat her defender. Gonna look for a cross. Looks to cross all the way across. Tries to get the Porter. Shot by McKenna Hilton. Porter has some possession. Is knocked out of off her feet by the Scarlet defender. It'll be a corner kick for the Jaguars. This corner kick is a good time to remind you about summer camps, tryouts, and fall programs with Iowa Rush. Check out their website at iowarush.com.
Courtney Kovac. And number 16,
Number 16, Ellie Street, and number 7, Courtney Kovacs have just entered the game, both defenders. Courtney Kovacs getting right up in the action here, getting right into the box. Avery Lewis sent that ball in. Ellie Street with a shot on goal, right to the goalie. Avery Lewis has come in and put several of those corner kicks in just some really dangerous spots. It's been very, very close to having some real success on those set pieces, but just haven't gotten a connection yet. But it's just a matter of time on those as well. I think as long as they're being patient and keep putting those balls into dangerous positions, one of these are going to go in. The Jaguars called for offsides. Scarlets on a free kick, sending the ball in. Connecting a couple passes. A try for a give and go is thwarted by the Jaguar defense. Ten minutes left to go in the first half. Jaguars lead 1-0. A score from Alana Pennington. Ellie Street and Kovacs connected on a couple passes as they just entered in the game. Sent the ball into Alana Pennington. Ball's kicked out of bounds. It'll be a Scarlet throw-in. Scarlets with a steal in the midfield. Stringing a couple of passes together. A little bit too strong in the pass, goes out of bounds. It'll be a Scarlet throw-in. Great throw-in by number 20 for the Scarlets. McKenna Dolphin with a strong throw-in. Street playing up the field, looks for an opportunity. Nice ball by Pennington, sends Street down the far side. He's going to left foot kick this in as an attack here. Goalie in the right place at the right time again. Picks that ball up. Sends it back into play. Street once again has some time up the left side. Sends the ball in for Avery Lewis, but I think it's not going to be able to be tracked down. It'll be a goal kick for the Scarlets. Got a couple subs coming in. Number 22, Addison Fair coming in.
And for the Jaguars, number 22, Addison Fair.
And number 6 for the Scarlets, Teresa Riveros Ortiz coming into the game. Porter's coming in as a sub. She's had a great first half, made a ton of runs down both the left side and the right side, had some awesome opportunities. I would not be surprised if she gets 2 or 3 goals here next time she gets into the game. Nice play into the Into number 22, Addison Fair, who just came into the game. Sends it in. It's picked up by the goalie. Street with a header from Pennington over to Addison Fair. Street's looking for a pass back to her. She sends it in. Goalie right there, able to pick that up. Pennington sends the ball into the middle. Addison Fair chasing it down. Goalie waits right at the edge of the box and is able to pick that one up. East High is connecting a couple passes here, moving it down the field. Sorry, White ends up stepping up and getting a touch on that one, getting it back into Jaguar possession. Ellie Street's making a run down the far side. Addison Fair's had the ball dribble right over to her. The goalie's way out. He's got to make a move on the goalie. Goalie steps up and makes a play. Ellie Street coming in. She makes a play down to the baseline, sets it back up to the top. Still play here. Goes off of a East High Scarlet. It'll be a corner kick for the Jaguars.
On the kick, number 4, Avery Lewis.
Had a couple opportunities right there in front of the goal and just couldn't get a solid kick on that to get it towards the goal. It was just clipping off of a defender each time and ended up going out of bounds off one of those defenders. Avery Lewis once again putting the ball into play on the corner. Nice ball in there again. Oh, got a header off by somebody, went off the left side of the goal. It'll be a goal kick for the Scarlets. 4 minutes left to go here in the first half. It's a 1-0 lead for the Jaguars. Off a goal off of Atlanta Pennington's about 25 to 30 foot shot. 30-yard shot, not a foot shot, yard shot. Much more impressive than 30 feet, so... Hilton does a nice job of getting the ball. Gets it up to Fair. Defended by the Scarlets, sending it back out into the middle. Defender took that one back into midfielder, took that one back to the defender and almost put her in a really bad position. She's able to get out of that. Gabby Lewis has played that defending midfield position, played a really nice game as well. She's playing for Ella Becker in place of Ella Becker, the normal starter there. But she's had a great half so far. Really haven't had any offensive really pressure from the Scarlets at all this whole first half. No shots on goal. A couple touches by Tegan Hall, the goalie. Have all been cycles of the defensive scheme, moving the ball around, probing for opportunities to get the ball down the field. But no shots on goal so far in the game for the Scarlets. Got a ball sent in from the far side. Scarlets defend it well, send it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars. Kovacs taking the ball up from her normal middle back position, trying to get a little bit offensive, more offensive minded. Gabby Lawrence did a great job of just rotating back into her position as she made that offensive run for herself. Addison Fair with a couple touches in the midfield. Send in to McKenna Hilton. McKenna Hilton's offsides. We'll bring that ball back up. Halfway into the offensive zone. It'll be a free kick for the Scarlets. 1 minute left to go in the first half. Scarlett sent it into play. It's knocked down by Lana Pennington. No real pressure on her, so she's taking the ball across the field, looks for an opportunity, sends it out to Ella Hudacek. Back to Kovacs. Kovacs over to Street. Street with a one touch to Pennington is the middle. She does a great job of sliding that ball back by. Over to number 22, Addison Fair. She's free and clear of her offense or defensive player. She tries to get across. It'll be a corner here, but I don't think we're going to have enough time to get it off here as the half ends.
And that's the end of the first half with your score. The Ankeny Centennial Bar.
It's a 1-0 at halftime on a score by Alana Pennington. We'll be back in just a minute with our halftime show with Annie Pollock.
Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Icturash Fitness, Ted Sandine Photography, White Earth Realtors, the 515 Agency, Fiscus Jewelers, Bushman Mortgage, Lane Family Wealth Management, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, Springer Floor Care, Sonny's Pizza Bistro, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law Offices, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Extreme Home Services, Woodsy & Sons Lawn and Irrigation, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, the Iowa Rush Soccer Club, Ankeny Real Estate Group, U.S. Cellular, Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Gershman Mortgage Halftime Show. We're here today in the offices of the Iowa Rush Soccer Club, and I've got Kirk Artis with me here today. Kirk does a lot of work with the club. I don't even know your official title.
Technical director.
Technical director of the club here in Kirk. Iowa Rush Soccer has been a huge part of soccer in Ankeny, not just now, but for a very long time.
Yeah, you bet. Iowa Rush used to be Ankeny Soccer Club, turned into Iowa Rush in 2009. So we've been around for a long time, servicing the Ankeny community and communities around here.
So you guys have all sorts of different levels, all sorts of different skill levels, age levels playing. One of the first questions I get from a lot of people with having young kids myself is, how do they get started? So you guys have great intro programs for kids.
You bet. So we encompass our mission statement, which is to provide soccer for players of all ages and ability levels. We start at 3 years old all the way up to 19. Which
That's really cute at that age,
yes,
3 years old.
Yes, on Friday nights, getting 100 3 and 4 year olds is pretty exciting. So, so the goes through 5s and 6s, and then all the way up at different levels as well. So recreational level, select level. Whether we're playing here in Ankeny for most of the time, or across the state, or even regional or nationally.
So a game tonight, like we're watching right now, people tune in. Pretty much all the kids on the field are ones that have gone through your program.
Hopefully, yeah. There's some that the coaches at the high school do a very good job of developing them and getting them into their programs. But yeah, we take a lot of pride into seeing our players that we've developed since they were 5 years old out on the soccer field, all the way up to when they're seniors at Centennial there. And or Ankeny. So
Sure. Anywhere else, right? And speaking of which, I mean, you guys have programs now all over the state. So anybody that's watching this, maybe, and you mentioned Waverly, Pella, other places around the state, they can also get involved in Iowa Rush.
Absolutely. We have programming for players all across the state. We've had over 40 plus communities involved in Iowa Rush. We do have Iowa Rush North up in Waverly. We have Iowa Rush South down in Pella. We have cooperations with other clubs across the entire state. But yeah, players travel into us from long distances, and then obviously the surrounding areas.
They'll travel for quality, right?
Yeah. That's the idea.
So you guys also have a lot of camps coming up this summer, a lot of opportunities for existing players to get better, for new players to get introduced to the game, but then also tryouts and all sorts of different things for your clubs coming up in the fall.
Yeah, right now we're starting the spring season. And then we go into the summertime period, which entails a tryout time period in June, specifically for 11-year-olds and above. A couple different options there. We just collaborated with VSA, which is a club out of Waukee, West Des Moines, to form VSA Rush, which is kind of the elite player pathway for the top players in the state. And then we're also having tryouts for 11, 12, 13, all the way up to 19 for anyone else that wants to join our club as well. You go in farther into June and July, August, and you start to get in some summer camps that are open to anybody that wants to try things out. So that's some exciting stuff. And then our fall registrations are going to be open here pretty soon as well.
And we'll have some graphics on the screen that people can look at, but also, I mean, they get a hold of you guys right through your website, right? Best place to find out more information?
IowaRush.com. That's the best one.
All right, very good. Well, Kirk, thank you guys not only for your sport of soccer in Ankeny, but also supporting our streams and getting all this on the air.
You bet. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. We'll be back with more on the Gershman Mortgage Halftime Show right after this.
Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Garage Fitness, Ted Sandine Photography, Biker Realtors, the 515 Agency, Viscous Jewelers, Gershman Mortgage, Lane Family Wealth Management, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, Springer Floor Care, Sonny's Pizza Bistro, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law Offices, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Extreme Home Services, Woodsy & Sons Lawn and Irrigation, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, the Iowa Rush Soccer Club, Ankeny Real Estate Group, U.S. Cellular, Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Garage Fitness, Ted Sandine Photography, Biker Realtors, the 515 Agency, Viscous Jewelers, Gershman Mortgage, Lane Family Wealth Management, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, Springer Floor Care, Sonny's Pizza Bistro, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law Offices, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Extreme Home Services, Woodsy & Sons Lawn and Irrigation, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, the Iowa Rush Soccer Club, Ankeny Real Estate Group, U.S. Cellular, Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Welcome back to the halftime show here on Centennial Digital. Andy Pollack with you here. It's the Gershman Mortgage halftime show, and I want to thank Jason Larson and crew over at Gershman Mortgage for supporting all sports in Ankeny. We apologize that we can't show you all of the halftime show. Well, we can show it to you. It's the Beats by Jags, who just was nationally recognized by ESPN as a top 25 inclusive group, inclusive school here in the Ankeny School District here with Ankeny Centennial. But we can't show it to you because the copyrighted music kicks us off social media, so we cannot show that. We apologize for it. It's a great show to watch, and if you ever happen to be in town, be sure to do that. So we want to make sure here also tonight to thank U.S. Cellular. As always, tonight's live stream is powered by U.S. Cellular's 5G network, located just north of Northview Middle School and right across from the Ankeny Sonic. Come check out America's locally grown wireless at U.S. Cellular. We're going to take one more break, and we will be back very soon here with the second half. This has been the Gershman Mortgage halftime show. Again, we apologize. Things got cut pretty short today, but that's the way it is. We had a chance to see the Beats by Jags tonight. So we'll be back with a second half of action right after this.
Jaguars soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses: Garage Fitness, Ted Sandine Photography, Biker Realtors, the 515 Agency, Viscous Jewelers, Gershman Mortgage, Lane Family Wealth Management, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, Springer Floor Care, Sonny's Pizza Bistro, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law Offices, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Extreme Home Services, Woodsy & Sons Lawn and Irrigation, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, the Iowa Rush Soccer Club, Ankeny Real Estate Group, U.S. Cellular, Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC.
We're back with 40 minutes left on the clock here for the second half. It's a 1-0 lead for the Jaguars. Thanks, Andy, for the halftime show, even though as short as it was here. Appreciate you coming on and doing that for us. We'll be flip-flopping sides. On the left side of your screen, there will be the Jaguars in black, and on the right side of your screen will be the East High Scarlets in white. Just a 1-0 lead for the Jaguars going into the second half. I imagine we'll get some scores here pretty quickly here in the second half here as the Jaguars were very aggressive and put a lot of pressure on the Scarlet defense. But just a stellar play by the goalie, Kathy Flores Argueta, number 1. Had a great half, just making saves all over the field. Great to see. Had a great half. Second half has started. The Jaguars are in possession. Foul by the Jaguars leads to a free kick for the Scarlets. Number 20, McKenna Dolphin, will be taking the free kick for the Scarlets. Quick change of possession. Porter sends the ball down to Katie Compton. Pennington with some fancy footwork sends the ball to the far side. Avery Lewis sends the ball into Pennington and gets called for an offsides. That was a Pennington. I think it's McKenna Fair still maybe in the game. Number 22. Called for offsides. Scarlets will put the ball back into play on a free kick. Couple changes from the starting lineup in the first half as the ball sent in for Porter. Shot on goal. Touched by the goalie. It trickles off to the right side. It'll be a corner kick for the Jaguars. Looks like Ella Becker is in as a defending midfielder. Ellie Street to Courtney Kovacs starting this second half for the Jaguars. Avery Lewis will be putting the ball into play on the corner kick.
On the corner kick for the Jaguars, number 4, Avery Lewis.
Lewis sends it in. Great ball in the dangerous position again. It's headed by one of the Scarlet defenders. Compton battling for the possession. It'll be a Jaguar throw-in. Porter gets a ball in deep, sends it to the top of the key. It's defended there. Pinning to Becker. Becker to Kroska. Kroska to Porter. Porter's in. Takes a shot. Goalie's defended it. Settled by Fair. The goalie just didn't have enough luck that time. Kicks her legs out and it actually goes right over the top of her feet for McKenna Fair, number 22. 2-0 lead for the Jaguars, 4 minutes into the second half. That offensive pressure we've been talking a little bit about in the first half and in the start of the second half just overwhelmed the goalie. Led to the second goal for Fair. Scarlets put it back into play. 2-0 lead for the Jaguars.
That Jaguar goal credited number 22, Addison Fair.
And Addison, I think I called you McKenzie, so I apologize for that. It was Addison Fair, number 22. Street with a nice little steal. Almost set that ball right to the feet of Porter to get that ball in. Foul on the Jaguars. Free kick for the Scarlets. Street had a nice little, nifty little pass that almost just squeaked through there. Would have sent Porter in for a shot on goal. Pennington with a drive down the right side. She sends the ball across. It's up in the air. Headed. I think maybe Fair scored again. Addison Fair again with a header off of a cross by Alana Pennington. Just went up into the air, went over the top of the goalie, and Fair was right there waiting for it. Just headed it right into the goal. 3-0 lead for the Jaguars. 2 goals by Addison Fair. Her second and third goals of the season. Great job by Pennington getting into a great space to present that opportunity for Fair. Fair was just waiting there for it to just come down to her and put her forehead right onto the ball and put it right into the back of the goal. Scarlets with some possession here as they move it up the field. Sending out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars. A couple great touches by several of the Scarlets. Compton's in behind her defender. Little cutback. Deep in there. Porter right-footed over the top of the goal. Nice little connection between Compton and Porter there. Pennington driving it forward. Off a defender down to Compton's feet. Compton takes a slow dribbler shot and it just trickles right to the left side of the goalpost. Be out of bounds. It'd be a goal kick for the Scarlets. Thought that one had a chance. He just moved that right around the defender and just slow played it, and it almost just rolled right into the goal. Porter in on the goalie again. Takes a shot. Scores a goal. 4-0 for the Jaguars. Porter puts it right up the middle on a pass from number 5, Olivia Kroska. Sets it right in front of the goal, and she sends it in to the back of the net. 4-0 for the Jaguars. Porter with the score. It's the 4th in the game here off of a nice little assist from Kroska. Porter sends it the outside to Addison Fair. Goalie comes out, makes a play on it, sends it out of play. Fair and the goalie have a collision in the box here, and the goalie's down. Have some injury time here. Clock stop while we take a second to take a look at the goalie. This is a tale of two halves right here. We had 1-0 in the first half and really had to fight and claw for even getting shots on goal. And the goalie was all over the place. Here in the second half, we just had an explosion of 3 goals here in the first 8 minutes of the game. 2 goals from Fair and 1 from Porter for the 3 goals for this half. Pennington scored the first goal in the first half for a 4-0 lead for the Jaguars over the Scarlets. Well, we have this injury timeout here. Don't forget to stick around after the game to find out who our Limberti, Goki, and Lucci Law player of the game is. Your local attorneys and a team to fit your legal needs. Reach out to us at LGL Law 515-964-8777 or online at ankenylaw.com. Looks like we're going to have a change at goalie. The goalie is up. Number 1, Kathy Flores Argueta has had a great game all night. Just giving up some goals here in the start of the second half, but really it could have been a much different goal differential here at this point if it wouldn't have been for her out there on the field. She's had a great game. She's being replaced by number 55. I don't have a 55 on my roster for this team, so I'm not sure who's going in for her at all. Maybe Gianna Rios. But once again, just want to commend Kathy Flores Argueta. Just had a great game in goal for the Scarlets. It'll be a Jaguar throw-in on the far side of the field, deep in Scarlet territory here. Compton sends it into Porter. Porter's offsides. Really close to being a great play, which would have put Porter back in one-on-one with the goalie again. It's about a yard or two offsides. Ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be a Scarlet throw-in. Scarlets put a ball into the offensive zone. It's run down by number 20, Sorry White, for the Jaguars. She sends it out of bounds to give the time for the Jaguars to reset their defense. Pennington takes possession over to Olivia Kroska. Back to Pennington, back to Kroska. Kroska sends it through the middle to Fair. The goalie's coming out. It's defended by number 4 for the Scarlets, Sarah Arias, who's had a great game playing over here on the right side for the Scarlets. Kroska in the middle here, about ready to take a shot. Takes a shot. Goes off the right goal post. Dribbles out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Scarlets. Avery Porter doing some nice work on the far side, coming down the forward as a forward there on the left side, and put a ball into Fair to get another opportunity at goal. Street steps up. Compton, a nice little battle with number 4, Sarah Arias for the Scarlets. Be a throw-in for the Jaguars. Compton with a left-footed kick. Goes off the goalie. It'll be a corner kick for the Jaguars. This corner kick is a good time to remind you about summer camps, tryouts, and fall programs with Iowa Rush. Check out their website at iowarush.com.
On the corner kick for the Jaguars, number 4, Avery Lewis.
Avery Lewis will be sending the ball in on the corner kick. She's taking it in short to Katie Compton. Katie Compton sends it in to the top of the key. Be another corner kick for Avery Lewis again. Probably send this one into the box this time when they took it short the last time, is to show a different look. Lewis sends it in. Porter tees it up. A little bit high and to the right. Number 20, McKenna Dolphin, taking the free kick, goal kick for the Scarlets. Porter sends it out to Pennington. Pennington's going to let that one go out the back of the pitch there. It'll be a corner kick. Once again, Avery Lewis for the corner kick for the Jaguars. Corner kick is a good time to remind you about summer camps, tryouts, and the fall programs with Iowa Rush. Check out their website at iowarush.com. Lewis takes it short. Over to Porter. Porter takes a shot. Back to Lewis. Lewis puts the ball into play on the goalie. Goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick or a corner kick again for the Jaguars. Lewis teeing it up. She sends it in. Pennington got a head on it, but it went to the right side of the goal and out of bounds. Goal kick for the Scarlets. Compton steals that ball, flips it up in the air to herself. Lewis with a throw in to Porter. Porter settles the ball with 2 defenders on her. Beats one, sends it off the other to the right to the goalkeeper. A little ricochet off that last East defender, goes right into the hands of the goalie. Headed by Ellie Street. She settles it, takes it back to Courtney Kovacs. Good to see Kovacs out there. She had taken a pretty nasty spill against the Hawks at the game on Tuesday, but she looks no worse for the wear. Katie Compton puts the ball over to Fair. Right at the Fair gets it around the goalie, gets another shot on the goal. It's a score for her. Third hat trick for the game from Addison Fair. Nice little touch by Compton to get the goalie to come up, and then Fair bounced one off, kind of off the shins of the goalie, and then got control of it again and put it into the back of the goal. That's her 3rd goal for the night, or 4th for the year. She came into the game tonight with 1 goal and has had 3 goals for the hat trick for Addison Fair. And a couple substitutions coming into the game. Substitutions in today's game are brought to you by Dr. Stacy Munger and the crew at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Looks like Tegan Hall's come out of the game for Kate Bergen at goalie.
Number 99, Kate Bergen.
And number 24 will be coming in as well. Brooke Compton, she'll be coming in for Avery Lewis, I think, maybe coming out of the game. Avery's had a great game tonight. Being able to put in all those corner kicks has put a bulk of them into dangerous positions. It's good to see consistency in that kick for sure.
For the Jaguars, number 24, Brooke Compton.
Scarlett's doing a good job of moving the ball up the field. Offensively, definitely number 8, America Mununga, is definitely their catalyst for their offense. Taking a lot of those balls and playing give and goes with their compatriots there on the offensive side. Got a foul by the Scarlets, so it'll be a Jag free kick. Kovacs sends it in deep. Goalie clears it out of there. Porter once again one-on-one with the goalie. Goalie steps out. Porter continues to keep control out of Pennington. Takes a shot on goal. And it's a goal! Number 6 for the night with 24 minutes left to go in the second half. It's a goal from Alana Pennington, her 2nd of the game. It's a 6-0 lead for the Jaguars.
That goal scored by number 6, Alana Pennington.
Porter did a nice job of getting the goalie to come out and make a play on her attack. Was able to get the ball over to Pennington. Pennington set that ball up. I took a right-footed kick, and put it right into the goal. We got Fair with a steal, chips it up. Goalie takes a swipe at it, knocks it out of play. It'll be a corner kick for the Jaguars. Corner kicks are a good time to remind you about the summer camps, tryouts, and fall programs for Iowa Rush. Check out their website at iowarush.com. Lewis is out of the game here, so I'm trying to see who's taking the corner kick here. Nice corner kick. Little Becker got a head on it, put it back towards the goal there. Now Porter taking that corner kick. With control of the ball here. Long distance shot there. Went right to the right of the goal. Katie Compton with the shot. It was Porter putting that corner kick into play. Becker with a touch back to Kovacs. Kovacs with some space, taking up the field. Fair over to Pennington. Pennington over to open space. Kroska trying to chase that ball down. Sent out of bounds by the Scarlets. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars. Brooke Compton with a throw-in. Throws it into her sister, Katie. Katie, a little bit of possession over to Kroska. Kroska takes it down to the end line. Beats her defender. Just trickles out the back of the end line. It'll be a corner kick for the Jaguars. Their 11th corner kick for the game. Avery Porter will be taking the corner kick duties over from Lewis.
On the corner kick for the Jaguars, number 11, Avery Porter.
22 minutes left to go here in the second half. Porter puts it into play. Touched by Becker. Sent down, cleared by the Scarlets. Settled by Pennington and Becker. Becker sends it back to White. And over to Brooke Compton. Compton to Becker. Change of possession. East trying to send the ball back into pressure. We got some pressure on there. Bergen has to make a save. Kicks it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Scarlets. Scarlets with the substitutions. Substitutions in today's games are brought to you by Dr. Stacy Munger and the crew at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Kroska with a nice little touch. She's got Porter screaming down the right side. Gets it out to her. She tries to kick it back into the middle to Fair. Goes out of bounds. Porter into Fair. Fair takes it down into the corner. It's a pushing and shoving. It'll be a free kick for the Jaguars. About 30 yards out here for Porter. See what she could do with this one with 20 minutes left to go here in the second half. Porter puts it into play. Nice ball. Headed by Becker. One of the East High defenders sends it out. It's corralled and then sent out of bounds by the Scarlets. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars. Ball played into East offensive zone. Kovacs with the control in the back line. Street sends it into the middle. Kovacs sends it out. Becker settles. Sends it outside. Street going down the far side. Nice pass to Pennington. She's got some open space. Got two other offensive players streaking down. She's going to take it herself. Left-footed kick. Defended by the goalie, out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the Jaguars. Got a couple substitutions coming in. Number 2, McKenna Hilton's coming in for the Jaguars. Substitutions in today's game are brought to you by Dr. Stacy Munger and the crew at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. We appreciate their support for the broadcast.
Number 12, Rose Badiwan Yo. And number 15, Ellie Owen. And into the Jaguars, number 2, McKenna Hilton.
Avery Porter will be sending the corner kick into play. Ball sent in. Headed out by the Scarlets. Sorry, White with a throw in for the Jaguars. Back to Kovacs. Hilton with a nice ball chested down to her feet. Was able to get a quick shot onto goal. The goalie defended it, sent it back out. Street putting some pressure up. Pennington with a nice little move. She's one-on-one with the goalie. Takes another shot, sends it in for the goal. That's 7 goals for the Jaguars. "17 minutes left to go in the second half. Substitution for the Jaguars, number 10. Gabby Lawrence is coming in for the Jaguars, replacing Alana Pennington.
Now in the game for the Jaguars, number 10, Gabby Lawrence.
Pennington's second goal, or was that her third goal? I think it was her third as well. So we got 2 hat tricks tonight. One for Alana Pennington and one for Addison Fair. Porter had a goal as well, so 3 from each of those, and then an extra one for Porter leads us to our 7-0 lead for the Jaguars. 16 minutes left to go here in the second half. Got a couple subs back in for the Jaguars.
Number 10, Jocelyn Morales.
Madison Balashitis is coming back into the game.
Madison Balashitis.
Cross-cut to Fair. Fair's looking at an opportunity to turn it upfield. Ellie Street sends it into Avery Porter, who's definitely behind the defense here. Is just trying to look for a settle here to get a shot on goal. Sends it in the middle. The goalie is there for a save. Fair with another send for Porter. Porter's back behind the defense, settles that ball right to her right foot, sends it across, just a little bit off to the right side. Did a much better job of settling that ball down from the previous possession and getting a good shot off. I think she's going to probably want a couple of those back tonight. Could have definitely had a couple more goals there. But it's been one of the offensive players for this game. Absolutely has been a thorn in the Scarlet's side pretty much the whole game. She's made some long runs down the left and right side. Definitely exhibiting her speed and control of the ball. She's had a really good night. Street with a nice ball to the space here. She's taking it in, looking for an opportunity. Sends the ball in. Hilton gets a touch on. It's going to get all the way over here to Brooke Compton. Brooke Compton's going to look for a cross. She sends it in. Hilton with a touch. Settles the ball. Sawyer White does a good job coming in from her defender position to keep the ball in play. Draws a foul from number 18 for the Scarlets. Leslie Marquez Mayorga. It'll be a free kick for the Jaguars. McKenna Hilton will be taking the free kick for the Jags. East High's taking a pretty high line here, trying to keep the offensive players for the Jaguars out of the box. Give their goalie a good look at it. Settled by Fair. Over to Porter. Porter with a left-footed kick and just gets defended by a Scarlet with just stuck a foot out there. Went off of a Jaguar offensive player and then went right to the goalie that was already laying on the ground. Great opportunity for the Jags. Once again, lots of pressure on these goalkeepers for the Scarlets here for East High. Offsides by Fair. Ball will be coming back out. It'll be a free kick for the Scarlets. East High sends the ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars on the far side. Got a couple substitutions coming in. Have Avery Lewis re-entering the game, as well as number 18, who is not on the roster. Could be Madeline Stribe coming into the game. Corner kick for the Jaguars. Avery Lewis is back into the game. She'll be taking over the corner kick duties again. She short kicks it over to Porter. Porter beats her defender. Back to Lewis. Lewis chunks the ball up. Becker takes it off her forehand, puts it into play. It's going to go out the backside of the pitch. Went out the side here. It'll be a throw-in for the Scarlets. They quickly take it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars. Cross by Fair. Shot on goal. Score for Gabby Lawrence, number 10. Takes a deflection off of a defender, lays right at her feet. She sets it up. Scores it. Gabby Lawrence with the score. Got an 8-0 lead with 10 minutes left to go here in the second half. Got a couple substitutions coming in for the Scarlets.
Isabella Opolonia. And number 3, Yania Rodriguez.
Fair's screaming down the far side, defended by the Scarlets. Porter with a nice couple moves. Loses the ball off her feet. Porter with another ball deep into territory. Settles that ball. Off of a East High defender. It'll be another corner kick for the Jaguars. The 13th corner kick for the game for the Jags. Definite uptick here in the second half for sure on the corner kicks. Definitely can show us the pressure that's been out there on the Scarlets the whole second half. Porter's leaving the game. She's had a great second half. Got a great game in general, just with constant pressure coming down offensively on these Scarlets. Probably definitely glad to see her step out of the game. Brooke Compton's into the game for her. Avery Lewis sends the ball in. A couple touches by the Jaguars. Scarlets are looking to get this cleared out of there. Foul on the Jags. It'll be a free kick for the Scarlets. Becker steps in, Scarlet offensive players, and gets a steal. Brooke Compton coming down the far side, sends it back into the middle. Touch to Fair. Fair's looking for her 4th goal of the game, but the goalie picks that up. Runs it out. Is going to be putting it back into play. Nice little 3-person pass there to get the ball back into Fair in a great position to take another shot on goal. Kroska sends it in. Deflection off of an East High defender. Goalie's able to pick it up and put it back into play. Kroska with a header. Hilton steals the ball off of a goal kick. Gabby Lawrence fights for the ball, gets a possession back for the Jaguars. Sends in a light shot on goal. Becker sends the ball in, gets over the top of the goalie. Looks like she's going to have an opportunity to get that ball back, and she does so. A little bit scary situation for the Scarlets there as that ball just dribbled right over the top of the goalie, but she was going slow enough that she was able to get back into possession, get the ball into her hands, and free kicks it out of there. Becker with another steal, slides the ball into Compton. Great opportunity for Compton to get into the offense zone, beats her defender. Another defender comes in and kicks the ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars. Compton with a nice move off of her first defender, gets to that second defender. Lewis sends the ball in over to Hilton. Hilton heads it, trying to settle the ball. Tries to turn around and make a shot on goal, but it's a little high and to the right. Goal kick for the Scarlets. Keeper sends it right in the middle. Dangerous play anytime that she's back there. She actually gets away with it in this situation. Scarlets have a little play in the offensive zone. Balashitis sniffs that one out and gets it back to the midfielders. Nice pass. Hilton's out there, tries to beat her defender. Sends the ball into the middle. Down to Becker's feet. Kroska with a few touches. Over to Compton. Compton to Lawrence. Avery Lewis sends the ball in. Over to Lawrence. And it's well defended by the Scarlets. Scarlets send it out of the back of the pitch. It'll be a corner kick again for the Jaguars.
On the corner kick for the Jags. Number 4, Avery Lewis.
This corner kick is a good time to remind you about summer camps, tryouts, and fall programs with Iowa Rush. Check out their website at iowarush.com. Avery Lewis will be once again sending this ball in for the free kick set piece. Ball's in play. Balashitis takes a shot on goal. Goes a little bit to the left. Just under 4 minutes left to go here in the second half. It's an 8-0 lead for the Jaguars over the East High Scarlets. Ball just barely goes out of the bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars. Lawrence sends it out to the right side. Goalie picks it up. Settled by Ella Becker. Avery Lewis making a run down the left side. East High defender takes it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars. Just a bit over 2 minutes left to go here in the game. 8-0 lead for the Jags. Throw it for Lewis into fair. Thrown by Brooke Compton. Fair beats her defender. Defender sends it out of bounds. It'll be a Jaguar throw-in. Ella Becker with it on the top of the box. A little give and go with Kroska, as well defended. Kroska gets back with possession of the ball. Hilton and Kroska, nice little possession. Midfielder for the Scarlets sends the ball back into the defensive line of the Jaguars. Ella Becker to Lawrence. Lawrence to Compton, I believe, is still out there. Fair's got a little possession, beats her defenders, trying to get back under the ball. Well defended by the Scarlets. Clearing the ball back out of there. Time trickles off here in the second half. Hilton does a crossover here. Compton coming in from the left side. Sets it up, takes a shot. And it goes in! 3 seconds left to go in the game. Brooke Compton with a score, 9-0 Jaguars. What a way to end the game with a score.
Jaguars 9, the Scarlets 0. Thanks for attending tonight's match.
We'll go to break here. Word from our sponsors.
Jaguars soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Icturash Fitness, Ted Sandine Photography, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Fiscus Jewelers, Bushman Mortgage, Lane Family Wealth Management, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, Springer Floor Care, Sonny's Pizza Bistro, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law Offices, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Extreme Home Services, Woodsy & Sons Lawn and Irrigation, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, the Iowa Rush Soccer Club, Ankeny Real Estate Group, U.S. Cellular, Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to the post-game show where tonight Ankeny Centennial was victorious over the Des Moines East Scarlets. They beat them tonight 9-0 to improve to 12-2 on the season for the highly ranked, I believe, third as of today's rankings. The Ankeny Centennial Jaguars right now having a great season so far. Andy Pollack here with you on the post-game show with Austin Oliver after Austin brought you the action here tonight. Austin, kind of a, I guess for lack of a better term, sloppy first half as the Jags just didn't really seem to have their feet underneath them after a big win, right, on Tuesday night, but not connecting on passes, only ahead 1-0 there at halftime. But I really like some of the halftime adjustments coming out and really running their offense more from the center as opposed, everything seemed to be forced to the edges in the first half. Really did a much better job getting it to the middle in the second half.
Yeah, I'm sure Chris Allen had a talk with them. I mean, you coming off a big game like that, you wonder how, emotionally you're going to come back into a game with just a different kind of opponent than what you had on Tuesday. So kudos to them for making the adjustments in the halftime period there and coming out and just having an offensive explosion here in the second half with 1 goal in the first half and 8 goals in the second half.
A big part of that in the second half was due to our Lamberti Goki and Lucci Law Player of the Game. Your local attorneys and a team to fit your legal needs. Reach out to them at LGL Law 515-964-8777 or online at ankenylaw.com. And tonight a freshman got in the mix for Centennial, and Addison Fair having an incredible night for the Jags.
Yeah, she was really one that broke it open here in the second half. Had 3 goals in the second half. And just was a catalyst in the middle there to get some balls into the back of the net and just get that ball rolling, and it just led to the explosion, like I said, in the second half here for us.
And not only Addison, but there was a couple other gals too that had big nights scoring goals for the Jags.
Yeah, we had goals from Alana Payton, had 3 goals there as well. Had a goal from Gabby Lawrence, had a goal from Avery Porter, and then right as the game ended, Brooke Compton snuck one in for that 9th goal. It was great to see a lot of a diversity in the scoring tonight for sure.
Watching a game and tracking stats can be difficult. That's why we've got a full team here doing it for us. Let Lane Family Wealth Management track your retirement stats so you can enjoy the game of life. Contact Lane Family Wealth Management at 515-322-7971 and set up your free retirement consultation today. And honestly, one of the big stories in the first half was the play of goalkeeper for the Scarlets, Kathy Flores Argueta, yes. And, I mean, to say what she did in the first half was incredible is really an understatement.
She was all over the field. Like I said earlier, playing, making saves inside the box. She was aggressive outside of the box, was just running all over and just being really a pest, for those offensive players for the Jaguars.
And the Jags, their 1 goal wasn't for lack of trying. I mean, they were peppering Argueta with shots in that first half.
I want to say she had maybe 7 or 8 saves there in the first half. I think stat-wise, Ankeny, the Jaguars ended up with about 14 corner kicks, about the same number of shots on goal. to only come up with one goal in that first half is just a testament to how well she played for sure.
One of the things the Jags have been so good at all season is possessing the soccer ball. And tonight they did it again, and there's no time of possession stat, at least tracked officially in soccer. But the Jags, they hold on to that ball and make it so tough for other teams to score. Again, a carryover from Tuesday night, shutting out the Hawks.
Yeah, it was a great game for them. I would guess probably 90% plus for possession, which is unheard of in a soccer game for sure. So a nice night from the Jaguars on a rebound from a big win. Emotionally, they were able to come in and just take care of business tonight with the Scarlets coming into town.
Just adding up here quick, the Jags have had 8, 9, 10 shutouts on the season. So 11 actually as we go all the way through. So great job of defense there by the Jags. So we want to thank everyone for watching tonight. We'll be back here on Centennial Digital again on Tuesday night for the girls. We'll take on Ames. I believe that's a girls game that night. And then Friday night will be a huge one as Waukee Northwest is in town for a boys matchup, a top 5 matchup there. And that'll be a fun one. And we're trying to find a group to get here to stream it for you. We'll have our equipment here, but Friday night game's going to be tough to staff, but we'll do what we can to make sure all the details get out to you for that one. So, again, the final score tonight was the Jaguars on top of the Scarlets 8-0. Like I said, our next production on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire, will be Tuesday night. And if you can make it, we'll see you right here. And if you can't, as always, you can catch all the home games right here or on the Central Iowa Sports Network YouTube channel. For Austin Oliver, I'm Andy Pollock. Thanks to our crew tonight for getting stuff done. Good night, everyone.
Jaguars Soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Icturash Fitness, Ted Sandine Photography, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Fiscus Jewelers, Bushman Mortgage, Lane Family Wealth Management, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, Springer Floor Care, Sonny's Pizza Bistro, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law Offices, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Extreme Home Services, Woodsy & Sons Lawn Irrigation, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, the Iowa Rush Soccer Club, Ankeny Real Estate Group, U.S. Cellular, Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC.